Hello everyone, this is TheTubeAmper here, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of my vintage computers. This is the TRS-80 Model 100, made by Tandy, or Radio Shack, whichever you prefer. And this is quite a unique computer, and this is why I love having it. This machine was manufactured in 1983, which was a time where portable computers were giant machines about the size of an oscilloscope, if you know what they are, all you electronics enthusiasts. They're as big as an oscilloscope, things like the K-Pros, if you want to look one up. Not very portable at all, so much so that they needed handles because they weighed 10-20 pounds. This machine, however, is a little bit bigger than a piece of paper, about 2 inches thick. Has an LCD display rather than a CRT. And it only weighs 3.1 pounds with the batteries installed, which, while I'm at it, I'll mention that feature. This can either run on 4 AA's, or there's also an external 6-volt power supply that you can plug this into and run it off the wall. The rest of the features are that this is an Intel 80C85 processor, which is running at 2.4 megahertz. Its operating system is all stored on a 32 kilobyte ROM, which the downside of that is that you can't modify anything on the ROM. The positive side of that is that it's an instant boot up. As soon as you turn it on, it's loaded and ready to go. And I do apologize, it's hard to see the screen, and that's simply the nature of the screen. The viewing angle is not very nice at all, and that's without mentioning the vertical and horizontal lines that are dead on this screen. I've not yet repaired it. I've repaired the keyboard, which had rows of dead keys, but I've not fixed the dead pixels on the screen, so I'm sorry about that. There's not much to see on the screen anyway. It's just a basic menu. We have the following options. We have basic, and that's navigated with these keys. We have a text editor. We have a telecommunications program, an address book, and a to-do list type schedule program. Then there's also a file which I've put on here, which is actually a sort of addition to the operating system called TS-DOS, which you could load onto here over serial. And it would give you a lot more file management options. And the Model 100 was used a lot by journalists because they were able to go here to the text, press enter, we enter our file name, which we will just enter test, and you could begin typing. And there we go, test.do. One of the other great features to note about this, or great facts, was that this computer was one of the last things that Bill Gates actually personally worked on. We could see here, this runs normal basic, as many of you would find familiar. Once again, I apologize for the screen, but there's really not much to see anyways. And I guess I can go over the peripherals for this. There was a barcode reader that you could buy that would plug into this. So once again, very advanced for its time. There was a cassette tape interface, which would allow you to load programs off of a cassette tape, which was very handy. There is a parallel port for printers, so you can print directly off of this. There was also a normal DB25 serial port, and then there is a 300 baud modem, which was used a lot by journalists, as, like I said, you can type your document and then you could enter your telecom program and dial into your office's computer, send the file, and there you're done. It was a lot quicker than actually doing it on paper, which is what had to be done previous to that. So this was an amazing evolution of computers back when this was first made, which there was 6 million units sold of these Model 100s, by the way. My serial number tells me that I have the 5400th, I believe, which I'd say is pretty lucky. That's a pretty low serial out of 6 million. And they were sold for over $1,000 when they were first made, and there was improvements on the Model 100. I believe there was a Model 101 and a Model 102. They were mainly the same form factor, had once again the same display, about a 56 key keyboard. They just had slightly better specs and different accessories. One of the accessories which I wish I had for this was the Tandy portable disk drive, which was a floppy disk drive that you can connect to this machine via serial, because I know that'd be very nice. I, like a lot of people, simply connect this via serial to a computer and then upload things via serial. It's not that hard. It's just a slight inconvenience where it'd be nice to just have static floppies that I just throw into the drive. But overall, this was a very nice computer. I bought it about a year ago for $30, so if you guys ever see one on eBay, I'd say go for it. I think it's a really, really cool piece of history. It's definitely something to tell your friends. You know, it's one of the last Bill Gates personal projects, and just all around, it's pretty cool to have. So I think that wraps it up here. Thank you for watching this video from the TubeAmper.